Capcom is saying that Resident Evil fan base is becoming old and is dying off. This is funny. This is real funny. I read an article today. I'll leave the link in the description. The longevity of Resident Evil, the Resident Evil title, is having problems. They're saying that the main group of people who play Resident Evil games are in their late 30s to 40s, and they're saying that being that old and being the core base of the fan base, that's like the cutoff. That's towards the cutoff age of gaming, the age where people will be growing out of gaming. Let me tell you something. I'm 21 years old, just to make this clear. If you are gaming in your late 30s and early 40s, you will never grow out of gaming. If you haven't grown out of gaming by then you will always be a gamer. I have a feeling that I won't be grown out of gaming at all by that age. And that's like around 20 to 18 years from now for me. Okay, 18 to 20 years for me. Capcom is saying that Resident Evil fans are too old. This is funny as shit to me. Because the thing is, and this is why they keep trying to change things up in their games. If you pay attention, if you look at the first 3 Resident Evils compared to the last 2, then you know that this shit is completely different. Or the last 3, I mean, you know that the series has been taking huge turns. Now, I don't hate the turns. I'm one of the very few who like the fact that they're trying to switch up the series and add a little bit more freshness to it, even though I still think Resident Evil 2 is probably my favorite Resident Evil of all time. They're trying to keep it fresh. But Capcom saying that the fan base is too damn old is just ridiculous. That is stupid. That is stupid. That's like saying the Tekken fan base is too old now, which is complete bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You get an array of new fans every generation, and there's no reason for you to say our fan base is too old. How about you start listening to your fan base? How about you start listening to the group that you're trying to target at, instead of trying to just guess and come up with shit that ultimately fails. Now, like I said, I don't hate the last few Resident Evils, especially 6. I don't hate that Resident Evil. I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. I do stress that may have been a little too high. It may have been a little too high for me to give them, but I do not hate it. I enjoyed playing through that game. They just got to work on, emphasis on story and shit, instead of trying to get a cheap scare out of their games. Cause that's basically the vibe I caught from Resident Evil 6, especially when you branch onto the other characters. Now, Leo, he had a cool campaign, but the other characters, I wasn't feeling as much, especially Chris's. And Chris is a veteran to Resident Evil. He was in the first one. He was the first main character. You know what I'm saying? There's some shit they need to work on before they can go out and start calling their fan base old and that it's dying and shit. You basically turn the survival horror genre into an action horror genre, or pretty much just an action genre with zombies, with monsters basically. So yeah, man, I read that today and I was like, come on, the fan base is dying and decaying. Are you serious? Just because it's late 30s and early 40s? If you haven't let gaming go by then, you never will. You're gonna be gaming in your fucking 70s, because that means you've been gaming for a huge portion of your life. Okay? If you're in your late 30s and 40s, you've been gaming for a huge portion, and you're not gonna let it go. I wouldn't. Shit, I already know I can't even say for a fact, but I know damn well when I hit my late 30s and early 40s and shit, I'm probably gonna still be gaming my ass off in whatever the new shit they have out, unless the world bans games by then or whatever. I don't give a fuck how society looks at me. I'm still gonna love gaming. Okay? But yeah, Capcom, just get your shit together. It ain't dying off. Y'all just need to actually give the fans what they're looking for. Like some people suggested, why don't you make a Resident Evil that's based around the first 3 Resident Evils with, you know, that type of switch camera type. I don't know exactly what you call it, how it switches camera when you walk into a new room. Why don't y'all reinvent that along with the new type of Resident Evil you have going on? Like 2 different series. Instead of trying to evolve the series into what it is now, how about have this shit separate and continue, you know, as the first 3 were? You know what I'm saying? It's ways around this shit. They're basically saying that the fans are just not liking us. They're just not like, because Capcom, you're fucking up everybody's shit, man. I mean, come on. You gotta get it together. But it is what it is. They're gonna do what they want anyway. They think the problem is us, and really it's them, but it's whatever. This is IDCL. Leave your thoughts on this subject in the comment section below. Go read the article, whatever. Come back and let me know what you think. And I'm out. Peace.